Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing a bob twist hairstyle. We are using the Afro Spring Twist hair in the length 24 inches. That's the 24 inches and also the 16 inches. So I'm going to show you how I cut the hair before I attached it to the client's head, my mom's head. That's a 24 inch. I made sure that I section it in three or stretch it in three equal parts before I cut it. And for each pieces that I cut, I'm gonna separate it in three sections. So all of those are separated into three sections. So you'll have 9 pieces or 9 twists when you use that one hair that I pulled out. And then I have the 16 inches. The 16 inches, I cut it in half, and then I'm gonna do 3 sections or 3 pieces from half of the 16 inches. So in total for the 16 inches, I'm gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces. So if you wanna, or I'm going too fast or you're getting confused, you can slow the video down, rewind the video. But I am just separating the 16 inches. I cut it in half or 2 equal parts, and then for each section I just section it in 3 pieces. At random, I'll just spray the hair just to make it more, softer in my hands, and that's the 24 inches. And the 24 inches, I just cut it in half, and I did 4 pieces from the 24 inches. So you should get a total of 4 twists. So each half has 2 pieces, so a total of 4 pieces for the 24 inch, 4 twists. So I'm going to be placing all of this hair on top of the hair rack that I have. I'm going to be placing according to how I'm going to be doing the hair. The first pieces or first lengths will be the 24 that I cut into 3. Those will be at the top, and then below that will be the 16 that I'd cut into 6, and those will be at the bottom. And on the other side, I'm gonna be having the 24 inches that I cut into 4. So the top portion, I have my 24 that I cut into 9, and then below that I have my 16 that I cut into 6, and then the back portion I have my 24 inches that I cut into 4 pieces. So that's my mom, and then she had her hair detangled. This is how it looked after detangling, and I'm gonna show you how I sectioned her hair to attach all those hair onto it. So for the back portion, I did not put any hair back there because we've had issue where within a week or so it be slipping out because it's so thin and so short back there. So for the first portion of the back, there's no hair. There will be no hair back there. So right there, I had already attached a few of the twists, and those are the 24 inches that I've cut, and we had a total of 9. So that's the 24 inches. It was sectioned into 3 pieces, and the 3 pieces we had a total of 9 twists or 9 sections. So that's how it looked. And then above that we'll be having the 16 inches that I'd cut into 6, that I have like 6 twists from it. So I'm gonna repeat. This is the 24 inches that I cut into 3, and I got a total of 9 pieces or 9 sections from it. And then above that, right above that section, I'm gonna be having the 16, where I have like a total of 6 pieces. So if you are going to be doing the back portion, because as I said, my mom's hair, I didn't put anything at the back. You can still achieve this style. However, you might have to go in and snip the extra piece. Do not stretch the hair when you're trying to cut it or clip it. If you see any twist that is longer than the rest, do not stretch it, because when you stretch it and you let it, when you stretch it and cut it and you let it go, you might have that twist way shorter than the rest. So you don't want to have that problem. Or if you want it shorter, you'd have to do the first one that I cut, you'd have to do 4, cut it in 4 instead of 3. That's another video for me to explain, but that's how I attach the hair, the extension to the hair. I made sure it's all smoothed out, and once I attached it, I just go ahead and braid maybe 1 or 2 braids, like an inch or so, and then I just separate it, make sure there's 1 twist on the end and 1 twist on the other end, like they're all equally separated, so I can just do the twist. And then I'm gonna show you a slowed down version of how I attach the hair to the scalp. I also asked my mom to hold on to the hair, because when I'm twisting fast, it tends to pull on her hair, so it causes a little bit of tension. So whenever you see she put her hand up there, is because she want to reduce the tension. So for the front part, you have to be really gentle, because that's why my twists, they look so flawless, and they look like they're not pulling out the client's hair at the front, even though it is very thin and fragile. So you have to be really, really gentle when you're doing the twist at the front. You want to make sure it is taut, not tight, but try to be very gentle so it doesn't have too much tension on the edges. As I said, I'm going to show you how I do after this, I'm going to show you a slower version of how I attach the hair. See how she's holding on to it, because I'm twisting a little bit faster. Now while I'm twisting, I make sure the hair is smoothed out. So that is why I get that flawless twist, the twist looking so flawless. Yeah, so pay attention. This is how I achieved that flawless twist. So you see how I have the hair in my hand? I make sure on my right I separate it in 2, and then I have 1 in the left, and I attach it to the client's hair, just like how you would when you're braiding, like doing braids. You doing the braid right here and braiding it maybe like an inch or so, and then you make sure that the middle piece is separated in 2, so 1 goes on one end and 1 goes on the other, meaning 1 goes on the right, 1 goes on the left, and then you started doing the twist. While you're twisting, you make sure, I use my thumb on my right hand. I make sure the hair is smoothed out with my thumb while I'm doing the twist. And then also I make sure I kind of stretch the hair, smoothing it out, making sure there's no knots or any tangles. So I'm smoothing out while I'm twisting to get that flawless look. If you want a more detailed video, let me know so I can kind of give you all the close-up and all that stuff. But yeah, that's how I attach the hair to the scalp. And also, as I said, if you have 1 or 2 twists that looks a little bit longer, you can always go in and snip it, but do not stretch it while you're snipping it. See how I let everything go? That's when you need to go in and snip the longer pieces if it looks like it's longer than the rest, because you don't want to stretch it and cut it where when you let it go it's way shorter than the rest of the twist. But yeah, there you have it. I love this twist on my mom. It is so pretty, so beautiful, and it's so bouncy. I just love doing twists on my mom. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Let me know what you think in the comment section. If you have any notes or if any comments, just leave it in the comment section and let me know what you think. And would you rock this style? I definitely would rock. I have that twist in right now, but it's a little bit thicker than my mom's hair. But I love how my mom's hair turned out. But please remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And thanks for watching. I will see you in my next video. Take care. Bye.